You say Abobo Yayira, Oyelayira, excavator Yira. Yes, I to about 2020. Flagstaff House. We become on any home. You become one of your no higher pack with me. Yes, or Patrick. I didn't gane. COVID. Yama Yam 2020. You say Abobo Yayira, Oyelayira, excavator Yira. Yes, I to about 2020. Flagstaff House. We become on any home. You become one of your no higher pack with me. Yes, or Patrick. I didn't gane. COVID. Yama Yam 2020.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you wherever you are watching me. The name, of course, is Dr. Reverend. Any day more, I kindly share the video. Note say a lot of us are already aware of what has been happening. The National Cathedral, and who sends them na yababidi hunkomo ene. Intimese wa pewaso ne tiebi. If we are follower of a Reverend OWUSU BEMPAH, but more than share video with former Reverend OWUSU BEMPAH, and you be break it down and common him who Reverend Victor KUSI-BOATENG, aka Gyamfi, who is he at all? And Dr. Ren, me know you be jumano, you be the jumakasiano. Now ya break it down. The person, Reverend Victor KUSI-BOATENG, and it mess share this particular video. What they are saying, a Christopher Amo, a platform so I follow Dr. Ren and Yansafo Badrimba for and a video no there. I know we need to speak truth. What they are saying, we need to speak the truth as it is. And it must say kindly as usual. If you love the program, share the video. Maybe about tape to be on my way to a Reverend KUSI-BOATENG or no one anymore. In Paiba Wobo. Very bold. Very, very bold in Paiba Wobo. Yenkonkuti.
Yeah, what's in us here? Now what's so? Now what can I hold? Yeah, what could we acquire toye? Yeah, what was Santiago Punoco Slim? Yeah, what Muna, I go baby up got it to me. So when you was it, what do you have? What you have? Yeah, what's so Piara? And none of the same. Miss Lawa Suja, Sarah Braniso, Sarah Braniso.
Yamianim ni kreni utie Reverend KUSI-BOATENG Ubehunu say he's very confident in what he does. We will be or confidence, no. When the Juma way. We invite no our radio station, Kwano about studio or Kasa, very bold. On where Juma no awoye no. Ene abetoja Honorable Okujeto amiyehunu. Enyoma koso ewo the National Cathedral no. Say, enye Reverend KUSI-BOATENG anankobedi say adwuma no anka ye otabil ana say adwuma we enka edwuma ne so wonye emfam promote Akufo-Addo agenda. Now, question is who is Reverend KUSI-BOATENG? Who is he? Why Reverend KUSI-BOATENG no kra no? Why? You say Dr. Ren no ye be di enkomo ye beto ye boase. Reverend KUSI-BOATENG a friend aka Kwabena edu Gyamfi no ene ebebie Ghana for adwenem. I've told you in 2020, 2021, 2022, especially 2022, I told you say the MPP government will use the Christendom, they will use the pastors, the bishops, the reverend ministers to steal from the Ghanaian. They will use these people for them to propagate their agenda. Don't forget to say once upon a time, Satan, the Lucifer, was somebody who used to sing for God. It's anyone who must see me radio, and woman name Jesus Christ no. Me see subi. Enye wo mo semi Awurade no ana wo nim Onyankopɔn. Eshase cathedral ne shase Akufo-Addo ka kire every Ghanaian say he was building a cathedral for God, for his Lord. That was what it started. The whole country, we were meant to believe that Akufo-Addo was not going to use the taxpayers' money to fund the building of the National Cathedral. Now lie? Not true. So what's changed? Akufo-Addo. What he told the whole nation said, "Onu na di ne botom sike ba besiama otwedi ampo Nyankopɔn no." Eba ne saying Akufo-Addo de. Afei de what gigi Ghana fosika, kaya ye fosika, truck drivers fosika, mate fosika, village president Dr. Ren ye sika, what gigi ya ma no muton pure water banchi, but dear e wo dwom, what gigi wo musika, or so di be sidan e de ama otwedi ampo Nyankopɔn. Emfitiasie no Akufo-Addo enti no kre amfa. And I've told you that as a nation, we are being led by demons who are forcing themselves for many Ghanaians to believe that they are the lights and they are the angels. Ghana is led by demon and principalities. Evil men and evil women are leading the nation. And that is why you see the suffering. The suffering is because we went out there to vote for wicked people. The Bible says that when the wicked rule the nation, they mourn. People frown. People will lose their jobs. There is hardship. It's because the nation is being led by a demon. You see, this particular Reverend Victor KUSI-BOATENG, he was not a friend of Akufo-Addo. And this is where you have to tag Reverend OWUSU BEMPAH. For me, Reverend OWUSU BEMPAH, he is not my fan. But sometimes we have to, for the purpose of fact, enti yamfa ensem a mebeke mema won tiase bi asem na ntiase. Yen yina yenum se Akufo-Addo beka no abontene me ehunu ne se ne pastor ankasa Reverend a friend say OWUSU BEMPAH wono ne boa no e ma ne be wini e benya president akonya no ediye. In 2016, 2017, we all saw Akufo-Addo okosra OWUSU BEMPAH wona sorry OWUSU BEMPAH ni prayers I will pray ma or empaibo a wo boma no. Big crowd was since the end to me, adabrakadabra to me, and the to me, ye came. Akufo-Addo was at that time the spiritual father was OWUSU BEMPAH. Now, how come Reverend KUSI-BOATENG came into the scene? Very, very interesting, and I've talked about it, about this Reverend KUSI-BOATENG. But a particular video about Reverend KUSI-BOATENG. Ne krono ne azan a wode na Akufo-Addo office a wode ye. I've done a video say last year or last 2 years. Run up to the election. The way papa way e de ne ho kotwetwe Akufo-Addo eko kan sam kese de to OWUSU BEMPAH so. Emma OWUSU BEMPAH appeared in he became like Obia Akufo-Addo mpeso behwe nanim. Because KUSI-BOATENG akokeka ensemwa enim efa Reverend OWUSU BEMPAH e de akere Akufo-Addo. Everyone Akufo-Addo no ompe eye OWUSU BEMPAH ni mahwe. Everyone Akufo-Addo e pawo na chi and was starting say all follow eye KUSI-BOATENG. KUSI-BOATENG became somebody afraid here wo beji position of Reverend OWUSU BEMPAH and wo Jubilee House. Those days, the prayers are not OWUSU BEMPAH e bomma Akufo-Addo anopa ahomache ni anadwono. That job, no. OWUSU BEMPAH, the mani jai. And KUSI-BOATENG came into the scene, into the limelight. Who are the people that introduced KUSI-BOATENG to the president? Utaiti say enkofu bi wona sorry a ye from a shen. And this is a shen, one background ensema. I will not go into it deep. But the best kakra. Because I know more sempa na me babeka. You know, and thankfully, a honorable Okujeto and the expose no. Ama yenyina yehunu. A friend is saying, Mr. and Mrs. Eshenwa, womo eka KUSI-BOATENG, sorry, and paying for. Omiye esikaphobia, omasoso KUSI-BOATENG mun kakra, amana bedum pempenso a wabedu. Oyobia, oyusun kofo. Oyusun the church members. Owi anu adampo womo. Oyobia okekan kofo ho nsensem ekire nkofo. Oyobia okekan kofo tribom. That is who KUSI-BOATENG tie. Oyaza agrada ewofa eni KUSI-BOATENG. Azalogy okromfo mu tachi amoa KUSI-BOATENG. Oyewi, simple and short. That is the truth. I've told you, said the cathedral almost, you know, and then Yankupo bin wumusi cathedral namano. A cathedral in to siphon money, to steal money. And in the end, you trumu tafrimu fosika. Ye diama bebe si sorry dying. And diama a friend said trumu for so much me worry. I was sorry dying. To your Christo now to now I been here sa but cathedral here baby and Yankupo be a wujinity in the Asiamano there to I been to munada. So a friend Reverend KUSI-BOATENG and in the tree and paying for me say Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams. Reverend Pastor Mensa Otabil. But in the tree warm all because he wanted to gain recognition and favor in the sight of Akufo-Addo, the president. Okay, KUSI Benz found some poto. Actually, the KUSI Benz abontin and check. And UWUSU BEMPAH so sebio na kuma ehano okoye nsemhunu ekokeka nsem fa chief imam ho ekoye ene mahunu wa abontene ana brantie papa we edi gina so de kire president say enyu obi sei na ese oye spiritual head and our spiritual father because we gun hu anim ase o mbuni ho. So Mr. President, it's about time we do UWUSU BEMPAH besin chen and concentrate on myself as Reverend KUSI-BOATENG. Musori a musomi ye Christopher. And so omu pa no mu kuku omu pa no mu ka omu ho nsem. A time omu from a Christopher no. Oko a Christian, oko a Christopher no, omu sorry bebre no, politics no e won the politics no e won the oko a Christopher one, they are competing with numbers, they are competing with people esikafo. Omu cannot credit. From the Church of Pentecost, Methodist, Anglican Church of England, those other churches are one more Ghana noa, abrofuni free one more koya, a tuntum for nibedi, so no majority of these churches. I want to walk out and say, yeah, kontoka, Reverend UWUSU BEMPAH, and the Reverend, a friend is a followers. They believe they are Christians, so no more kontoka, no more do want them, no more see where mommy say, where mommy say, who papa say. These are the Christians. These are people who we believe that they are Christians, that ought to know better and live by the examples of what Christ taught them. But you see, they lie you. It's just the same way the colonial masters came. They came with the Bible. They asked us to pray. They said, close your eyes. We closed our eyes. By the time we opened our eyes, they had a gun. They had our gold, our diamond, our bauxite, and we had the Bible. That is what Akufo-Addo and co are operating on. The Machiavellian tactics. They are just using the Napoleon Bonaparte, using the King Herod's tactics to lead the nation. Thievery, raw daylight. You be fa Christopher no, you be fa me celebrities, you be fa a friend saying imams for no, you be fa a friend saying academicians, na ya brainwash womo, na your friend is saying womo principle and you go womo to steal from the people because these people don't believe in Ghana. I've said it. Yesterday I showed you my MPP card bearer member, MPP for years since 1998. Ghana in a year fourth republic, it was 1992. 1992, young count from 92 to 98. 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98. 6 years. And I'm a political party card. But Umia was not even a political party member of the MPP. I was. See, a bunny a car, someone who I know where you're NDC for the channel, nobody. Me start here, and I'll say it boldly. Me start here, me Facebook. Nobody ever in was our globe. We see. Rebecca said, "Was sending Dr. Ren a penny, a dollar." I'm not saying I'm seeking for money, but I just want you people to understand. Say we do this passionately because we love Ghana, because we have come here to see. We have seen. Our eyes have seen the glory of the white man. What they are doing for their people. My eyes have seen it. Until I am a jack, say, be cool, no, me what gold, me what diamond, me what bauxite, and kwasiafo be dealing, I take it for granted because they speak the Queen's language and because they are active, they are very eloquent and speaking the language. People that are not eloquent, believe that these people have the keys to their salvation. And this is what we see. Nadu Ekufuadomo, thieves. Grand scheme. You see, if when you're Bajimba, won't take operation or Ekufuado operating. And I'm telling you, and they have sat down. Ekufuado is a trained propagandist for 40 good years. I keep telling people, they think that is a joke. Let me tell you, things I say, it's not just we come out and we say it too. Ekufuado, trained propagandist. The same way the same way they did the year friends a champion, and the same way ground scheme, propaganda ground scheme. First of all, they came for our banking sector, collapsed the banking sector. Second, they came for a friend's insurance sector. I said it in 2020 that after the banking sector, they will come for insurance sector. From insurance sector, they will go for the oil and gas. From the oil and gas, they will come and tell you, say, gold for oil. They will say, a Japan did not materialize. Now they say gold for oil. Everything that belongs to the Ghanaian, these people, this crop of family, the Aforiata family, the JB Dankwa family, the Ekufuado family has captured the nation, and the nation is in their hands. Because you see, we did not think of the decision, the consequences. No, we couldn't think through, and we went out there. And we voted for these people who are criminals, who are murderers, who are thieves, who are drug addicts, who don't believe in you. Let me tell you something. This is very simple. If you don't believe in a woman, and you marry her, you will never be able to treat the woman well. Mrs. Subi. So wouldn't you obey? Now ware no wontimi nya bibi papa mfama wo ba no because wonni ne mugidie enti anam se wonni ne mugidie nti no wonfa wo japade sombo emfa nhye ne nsa. Now that is the nation. We are being led by people who do not believe in us, and everything that they do is something that they do against us, not for us. So they will team up with pastors who are crooks. They would team up with Reverend KUSI-BOATENG, who is a crook. They would team up with Mensa Otabe, who is a crook, to steal from the ordinary Ghanaian, all in the name of the what call heaven be. Now, heaven no dear any cheer war. And so now the call heaven. I need to drink water. The prices of water, they don't pay with heaven currency. They pay with earthly currency. If you don't have cedis, you don't have pounds, you don't have dollar, you don't have euro, you cannot buy water to drink because there is no heaven currency here. But they will lie to you. She said, "What them dear was sorrow was champagne." Meanwhile, what in a year in a ma at America, what in a year in a ma at UK, what more call private schools, what they would tear Kurana Siwa, and what do a befu, Kakrana Ubenyano, when somewhere din barre. To say Bawomi anymore. Now what is scanning in our woman said, "Oh, software G. We are no assistant, they are pounds, dollar, euro, not the traveling ticket, not the Abesha brochure." This is what we are seeing. It's a cabal. The nation, as Ghana no a team sisiano. Ghana na a team sisiano. Ghana no is under a greater threat by this family. JB Dankwa, Oforiata, Ekufuado. Young Konyanko Kinkai, and the Diabeto about this so-called Reverend KUSI-BOATENG, a thief, a murderer, a wicked man who has stolen from the ordinary Ghanaian. Oh God, have mercy upon your people. God, have mercy upon your people. Have mercy, have mercy. It's so sad that in this day and age, we allow ourselves for people to take us for granted. Because, first of all, when they came for the bankers, you and I said that we are not bank. We are not. When they came for the bank companies and they collapsed the bank companies, you and I said we are not bankers. So we did not talk. When they collapsed Dr. Hindum's business, we didn't talk. When they collapsed Citizen Coffee and an MPP financier, they collapsed. And ne susu a friend is saying ne credited then company would take. Nobody spoke for him. Because you said you were not a banker. When they came for our businesses and collapsed our businesses, you said, I am MPP, we are Santini, we are Fantini, we are Zmeni, we are MPP. Today the nation is under attack by these people, enemy of progress, wicked men leading our nation today. And that is very, very sad. And the saddest part of all is that people will still come and then defend in the name of religion. They will come strongly and defend. They will come and defend Reverend KUSI-BOATENG because they follow religion with their heart and not their mind, not their brain. We are where we are today because these people have studied us and realized that when we talk anything about religion, whether if it is bad or wrong, people, you will get foolish men and women defending them. Talk about Asante Kotoko. That the current state of Asante Kotoko is as a result of Otumfuahim Fiengun Sensem, and the leaders are what would di Asante Kotoko. You will get my majority of my Ashantis, my accounts coming to defend. Because they follow it with their heart, not their brains. That is what we are seeing, a nation whereby we are being led by thieves and wicked men, but yet people don't talk about it. The other day, we heard a friend is saying, an Anglican bishop coming to praise the Kufuado because that Anglican bishop, what that board so, or no, what that board so, no, what jacket here. There will be all that board so, what jacket here, dear. And yet, then, no, Baba can assemble. Edietia, a Kufuado. No. What do you mean, Mamma can't summon Tia Kufuado? Because at the end of the day, no, what the board is on the Kufuado Tianica. So he will come and sing praises. And because he has followers, the followers will believe in that bishop. I came to tell you today. Not all those who says Erade are people who believe in God. Many of them are charlatans, many of them are wicked men and wicked women. They're gifty, Afeyin, Dazis, where are they? This is a beautiful former wife of Reku Brobe. Where is she? Form cabal just to steal us with no sympathy. Because in the end, they don't believe in you and I. Watch me now. Me share a story na making kind of man. When him say Reverend KUSI-BOATENG a yekan asem. When him say na yiri at the board of youth employment agency or board of directors. Yes, Reverend KUSI-BOATENG no aye kana asem. The yere at the board so. Papa ni wia ye no. Na the yere so sa da board so. Ghana for taxpayers' money. I did Janek. The papa no. He's eating with both hands and adding his legs. When many Ghanaians are suffering, as I speak to you, there is a national freeze on employment. They are not going to employ teachers, nurses, national freeze. But yet, their family members always get the opportunity to be in government, and they will be paid by the taxpayer. Two people eating with both hands. Yet, we will get a year Achim Ebuakwa for him to come and defend Akufo-Addo. Emra me hwehwe eye okujetu eye ne messenger or the two on Facebook ho. Mamenka will say exactly 4 years Ahmed Swale yekuno. Sa papa no a oka Ahmed Swale once menka so ne de kuno. Yenya politician bi e ma ne tena the radio so ne TV so say Ahmed Swale ba eye premises amanfo mbo no empran no betua. Today that politician wants to become the president of Ghana because we want to say Ghana for ya dwene mu sha. It will not percent will be DNA because dwene na nya adwuma. So that man wants to also come and lead us. It's very sad. It's very sad that as a nation we refuse to be thinkers. And we only follow anyhow. May the soul of Ahmed Swale rest in perfect peace. Reverend KUSI-BOATENG, yere no a oye adwuma or that board so e youth employment agency why ye no. The din de Anita KUSI-BOATENG, wife of Reverend KUSI-BOATENG, also known as Kwabena Gyamfi. There is a lot of questions we need to ask. How come, say, under the digitalization of Muhammadu Bawumia, Etumima Enya will be a wutimi register 2 different Ghana cards. Etumide diplomatic passport. Etumide 2 kwai. Unyo koromfoa. Wasofo pa na yese you. Wasofo pa. And e di sansem we you. Wasofo pa. And I've told you, these people are incredible thieves. The so-called men of God for the MPP people are thieves. I repeat, the so-called men of God for the MPP are thieves. Wicked people with no empathy and sympathy for the Ghanaian. They still ask funya. Okay. We can't maybe within the story about one thing. A man for be catching them so or America. Now sorry, said God no go shame us because Dr. Rene can't answer. What? God no go shame us. God no go shame us. Sorry, mom, a YouTube said God no go shame us because they are chopping left, right, center. They are chopping our money anyhow. They have no respect for the God that they so-called they serve. They got no respect for the man that they claim that they worship. So today what we see is that Amemuna ye fo and umuviaye. My people, if only my people who are called by the name of God will wake up. Will wake up. If only the Ghanaian will wake up, all these people are grown gu. If Ghanaians will wake up and say enough is enough. If we can get 1 million Ghanaians on the street of Accra, oh, the Ghanaian does not know that the power really belongs to them. They don't know that the power. Hey, let me tell you something. The entire force of police, soldier, omun do 500,000. Ghana for police, soldier, navy, boom, omun do 500,000. If we get 1 million Ghanaians on the street, no police, no army can stop us. Telling you, only Sri Lanka for the year president. The situation of Ghana is worse than Sri Lanka. I repeat, the situation in which we find ourselves today is worse than Sri Lanka. In 2016, let me remind you what Akufo-Addo told Mahama. In 2016, Akufo-Addo told John Dramani Mahama, said, our total public debt, which was 120 billion, and at that time, per GDP, it was 55% or so. Akufo-Addo insulted Mahama, especially Bawumia, the liar, the pathological liar, the man who is suffering from ideological fantastica, the man who always goofawing in public and saying he's going to build toilets for the Northerners because Northerners deserve toilets. Stupid non-entity calling himself the vice president of the Republic of Ghana. What a big shame. In 2016, these are the men who claim to fame was to denigrate, to insult, to call people all kinds of names. Today, do you want to know our total public debt, where it stands today? Do you want to know? Do you want me to tell you? Do you want me to tell you? My fellow people, my friends, comrades, lovers of Dr. Ren, do you want to know? Should I tell you? Are you interested? Let me know if you are interested so that I can tell you. Today, as I speak to you, our total public debt stands at 467 billion. Oh, it be cracked to so. 467.4 billion Ghana cedis, your national public debt. Maybe I could know from 120, we said Mahama was incompetent. What are we going to say to this people? If Mahama was incompetent, and when he was leaving power, our total public debt stood at 120 billion Ghana cedis. What are we going to say to Akufo-Addo? And our public debt is at 467.4 billion Ghana cedis. No wonder the weak-minded people are saying Akufo-Addo has performed significantly. And that, we should hail and praise Akufo-Addo because he has brought us free education. He has collapsed our banks. So we should praise him. He has collapsed our insurance companies. People are saying we should praise him. We should praise the demon. Nana Kwekwa Nancy. We should praise him. It's so sad. It's so sad. And I always say that one day, when our citizens realize that these people, what they have done to us, we don't deserve, one day, we will go after them with everything within us. And their sons and daughters will be made to pay for it. I'm saying it. And I've heard that the board of national trustees, the National Cathedral, have reacted to the statement. And according to them, I read, Executive Director of the Cathedral Project, Dr. Opoku Mensah, has explained how an amount of 2.6 million cedis was paid to a private company, JNT, that is Talent Center Limited, and subsequently captured in the official documents of the contractors' mobilization. They will explain because every fool can explain their story. But they should come and explain to us how come that the member of this National Cathedral holds two different passports with two different names. They should come and explain to us. They should come and explain to us, because it is very shameful, to say the least. And you have a whole man calling himself a pastor or a reverend minister who God speaks to, can come out and lied to the entire nation. Let me take my time and do this diligence to my beautiful, wise men and women who always follow Dr. Ren. So today, here we are. When they ask you to donate money to the National Cathedral, know clearly that that National Cathedral is not for you. It's just another Ponzi scheme. It's just another man's gold. The ways and means for them to steal money from us. That is what they are doing. They have nothing good to offer you and I. The only thing that they find so they proud themselves in is to steal from the poor. As I speak to you now, Kufuado is on his way to steal from our poor individuals who bought bonds. And yet, he's not ready to cut down the size of his government. He's not ready to cut down the size of people that he have employed at the Jubilee House, the Joloibi House. It's so sad. It's very, very sad. Let me just go on some of the headline news quickly, and then it's sad that a president will bring a debt exchange program. This is very, very sad. But anyway, the Ghanaian will not talk. The Ghanaian will not come out and demonstrate. We live to see. Because very soon, people will go to the market and they will not find food to buy. It's coming. Oh, yes, very soon. We should hope and pray by April, May, June, July, IMF will listen to our cry and borrow us money. But even if IMF is to borrow us $3 billion US, what is that money going to do to this ailing economy? What will that money do to this ailing economy? I am not calling for doom to happen to my nation. But I can clearly tell you that from where I sit, I see a dark cloud over my country, Ghana. Oh, from where I sit. From where I sit, I don't see any hope. The only hope is for us to have a change of government. It is very, very sad. It's very, very disheartening that the Christians are the ones that have turned around to steal from us. When the Muslims were building their national mosque, we did not even hear them asking for money. When the Muslims were building their national mosque, nobody heard them that, oh, yeah, did you see a national mosque? Obiante. Yeah, we are see national mosque, no, and Yakob Bianu ne Kufa do alcohol. Shane fe. A Christophe one woman as yes, woman dear, woman someone no your papa sing a Muslimi for no. Muslimi for no cross Jessica, Yantin Wonshi, woman see woman national mosque, Yantin Wonshi. A Christophe one quadi. Could do woman so chronobo. Chronobo every any azan. And I had a could do a swa, yea. Now I'm making kind Yenuya Okujeto Asamoricans, the mother of all cathedral scandals. Apparently, Kwabena Edu Gyamfi is Reverend KUSI-BOATENG. Don't be deceived by the different passport, different date of birth, different TINS, that's the 10 numbers, different professions, etc. Naked conflict of interest and blatant heist or heist. Say one kusku no ameko any be no. Sana abeka. And they the passport ebetu. My question is about the sign and a papano passport. I say your boy and son and don't me fingerprint untimi enkwanko man enkwanko di another passport eba ne say no no nkwa or what different names for different passports. Ayasamano, a whole diplomatic passport. I would meet 2 coin time I will pay a co in crew. I would also. About say, I then Mr. Digitalization, but we are there no. I want to. I'm for passport office one. I'm an arm flag. Say, Papa way kokro muti way no. Osadi I get passport for Fran. Why in a man who konya was a different passport or call passport officer, you could try him for you. And then the system did not flag it out. So this particular face, this particular hands, there were 2 different passports. Akron phone, every phone. One door were mine. One more time were mine. I am here because I'm a Christian. I am here because say I can't a Christopher. Let me feel senke I won't take. We would in a pulpit to school. And also the walk of heaven. Heaven been away with the walk. We heaven been maybe some. And I also say, Papa, we are a friend. KUSI-BOATENG. What do we Maybe I catch a young man Christopher say, Mama ya no enye adwuma. E mama ya menko didi obi bi say mu achi say because of religion there be my wife been enye adwuma because you are a human being, you are not an animal. The difference between you and a dog, a goat is simple. A goat do not think. Will dry one minute. We a nipa dwene. And ma will be in fa emunemuna. King kind Bible no. Fear not. It's written in the Bible 365 times. How many days do we have in a year? We have 365 days in a year. It tells you that the God that you serve, the God that you worship, that you believe in, is saying that do not be afraid for 365 days. Don't be afraid. Speak truth. Let your brain work. I catch them say cathedral. It's a scam. Almost Messi Cathedral. They spent $200 million to do demolition exercise. 200 million. Almost some here, Christopher, almost sense they talk, they look down and they badmouth each other. Reverend KUSI-BOATENG gained access to the office of the president by virtue, say he was badmouthing a friend, say Reverend OWUSU BEMPAH. Because Reverend OWUSU BEMPAH was a Kufuado's God, a spiritual father. The only thing about KUSI-BOATENG to gain admiration in the sight of a Kufuado was to badmouth a friend is saying, OWUSU BEMPAH. To OWUSU BEMPAH won some money and what G OWUSU BEMPAH, the title, and in the Juma, a freeness. When we are Christopher, when you were your Christian, when you were some young coupon, and then you're refiana. The Traconco Catchayana. When you move, and almost was so dying. Now, maybe I'm a tin as was say it's going to bring revenue, say cathedral, and the revenue bebre. A year football, I it's the revenue send the national interest to cry for sports. How much money put the prayer? With all the talents we have, with all the gifts we have, as what footballers, how much energy? Your cocoa send the prayer. Your diamond send the prayer. Your gold send the prayer. Now cathedral and a friend is saying foreign revenue and the bebre. For Fuebuahin. We see Basilica, Our Lady of Mercy Basilica, our Ivory Coast. Go and see that Basilica. It's a beauty. We see we at the end of the bread, Ivorians. In the end, a comedy Ivorians for Emma Wonko Kontoka, Emma Wonkum Womo, and Sana, Womo Yaya, Munansian, Yoma economy no epicia. The Basilica, the Our Lady of Mercy Basilica, for Fuebuahin. A sima of Ivorians could not even save them. A man a comedy war. So don't come and speak gibberish. Very bold No more kasa typical asantinia wabokro no san wakasa very bold in their utterances. Akron for one 419 for one. Criminal cartel. Men who say they put fear into you. Religion operates on two things. Religion operates on two things. Fear is one of the greatest weapons. Use religion. Fear. They put fear in you. So you are afraid of tomorrow. You are afraid you are going to die. Oh, men who say about who? Hey, you are software. Webusian wa free word. Reverend KUSI-BOATENG webusian a hiafo no amutin kurase won wa sabio me no wo me free word wa. Webusian hiafo wonji wo mu wie na aba ba Ghana. Wo man ni nyina. Tibi. I got to say, and my man you so Reverend okra. Okay, quote unquote, the so-called Reverend. The title. The name the pakura will share and man the title. No, but the fear. Religion operates on one fear. They put fear in you. That is why I'm trying to tell you, say, the fear not is written in the Bible 365 times. So do not be afraid of these so-called vagabonds who have turned into pastors and so-called reverend ministers and bishops and archbishops and do not be afraid of them. Men samichia, long time. Don't be afraid of them. Because in your mind, what will you be able to say? Some addition of Makwakusia. By now, if a country like Ghana, rule of law, and by now, IGP, Attorney General, the Papa will be court. Intended, by now, you're Reverend KUSI-BOATENG. By now, you have a passport, a free name. Say, what? We got two passports with two different names. It's against the laws. False identity. Identification me will crowd. Ya chi wo UK. Now we could be passport. Now once we passport, not two identity on one. A crime. Kasiepa. And then the family mo akwa. Me fu amoshe me nyina mo akwa. Freedom fighters for nyina mo akwa. We wo use so. Now see an yes within the passport to crime with two different names. I think. When you super to say tie, except by now you're chill. National security by now. The national security to crown, woman, or paying no crown, and I didn't crown, or say you, I'm ready. By now, I think you're chill, Reverend KUSI-BOATENG. I've told you that a country that do not respect their laws, and does not follow the laws Ayangasi has set, it's like a jungle. Because the laws does not even laws and chick. One more mudim kwasiasem no. Mate say you see a friend say adanko maso odi e dam pare ye bom pai sa fi we dam empare ye nyina wonam kumase adan a o police ni bi ewu e jahihye ato ne fie mo wahwe ono ene ne yere ya may their soul rest in peace. But dam pare ye wo police regional commander ho die ntina wo kumase die ntina wo. By now, I sound like Reverend KUSI-BOATENG will prepare the docket. You're in the court because he is operating on two different identities. I don't say. Now, okay, Matthew 23:27. Christ addressed the Pharisees, the men of God in his time, as whitewashed sycophants and thieves. Matthew 23:27. Now, I make a baby 2023, we are in this year, 2024, because I'm privy to some information. I'm in Saka. I've already told you, I've given you a gist about it in 2024. 2023, they are going to tell pastors, bishops, church members, say NDC party, a antichrist party. Ghana for in some time Don't take it for granted. They ran with it. Mrs. Subi, they are going to tell their church members, the Pentecost members, Methodist members, Anglican members, Assemblies of God members, say, NDC political party, Antichrist. Omeka said, Okuje to Ablakwa, you will be a free voter region. Now, what the almost summa bosom, Omunjin Kupundi. And it's their enemies of God. They are going to say it. And some near Kaiba, a tum dito. And you don't take this one, say, and some you can say, Debbie, take it seriously, and this. Because they can from 2020, and then manifesting in 2023. And once on the apostle, they are going to say it. The end is for memoir. By now, must start door-to-door operations. All the constituencies. You should not even wait for 2024 elections. I'm telling you, and this. Don't wait for 2024 election. Start working on the minds of Ghanaians. Go ahead, third force, no. But team third force, be ambassador about sponsor no. You better be able to me. Able to can do it. And this if we discussing in third force, why no cry? You be able to me. I want debate me do. When you be yako. Akaya na go for bana ana mon support to coffee granting. Mo amoka mo fa musika. Put your money where your mouth is. And ya no ja and you to about. Because people will take baths, people will go on the grounds. And we are here, you call Northern Rich. You know how much money I'm out for. You're spending all. It's very, very important. Because this exposure is here, and you could feel granting a demayu. The NDC for net parliament one. What the MAU exposures are a cost. Ghanaians are not angry enough. Ghanaians are not angry enough. Menoka say, one of the MPP propagandists, every Google TV, so they are going to defend. I've told you, they are also going to pay people. They are going to pay these TV stations, radio stations, to defend. It's very, very important. They will tell you that they are doing the Lord's work and that the only political party that will help Ghana is the NDC political party. Do not believe that. Do not believe that. Because when you see the things around, it was not MPP that did it for us. CPP has done a lot. NDC has done a lot. MPP, IBB, the truth of the matter. And I'm I showed you my political party card. And I told you I'm no more with them. Ghana at the moment is finished. People have used the name of God to steal from us. And at this particular time, maybe I could know. As soon as possible, the OSP, the special prosecutor, independent special prosecutor, where you will be a Betonsa, and their friend, Reverend, Mrs. Grammy, who need dinner about. You who some friend, do Gyamfi, some friend Victor KUSI-BOATENG, some me would be a main bonnet. And yes, a dino was a sign, and a beer, or course we had David, and also we tried to din that animal, and we used to din for and we're different. We will use to tuning in our, we used to tune in concurrently. And I say, bro, concurrently, we used to tuning in our warriors, and we use the team here. Remember, baby, nada, say, ne dino, we use no. We use Okuchaba, we use Bako. Since I know Bagats, Okuchaba, or use that, or use for front, or Moboa, Yachanada, or your crow for Yeri, Okuchim cry, who say we use in what they took. I'm a Baba Dabonton. What they say, in your NTS. NTS, who say, or your crow for Yeri, Sapa Pepe. We Jezebel for no, and we Moshe and so, a crown for ma, and our crown for. Or you shoot both. Concurrently. Sana bro for the team. I'm pronouncing it here. When I tell bro for can you today? the security apparatus are mobile Ghana for a pure water for us, truck drivers for us. By now, I saw my coach Reverend KUSI-BOATENG, no bonasum, no chilling answer, so ye or your crown for. Ebusia, what is the moral story, the moral of the story? And then maybe the person may catch you and say, we should allow our brains to work. We should not be so, a friend is saying, petty. And to think, say, people that stand on the pulpit and preach the word of God to us are indeed true men of God. Well, you were not born by Satan. You are a creation of God. So you're also a man of God or a woman of God. You choose to do God's work by preaching the gospel. It's up to you. Every job that you do under the laws, are also works that you do to what? Feed your family. So get this thing and get it well. I pray that Peter will be wins. Obedient. Yeah, what I say. The obedient family, we are here. To our brothers and sisters in Nigeria, I am saying to you, my brothers and sisters in Nigeria, I'm saying this to you. Next month, February, don't make a mistake and go and vote for Tinubu or Atiku. Don't go and vote for Tinubu or Atiku. Because if you vote for them, you are voting at the peril of your lives. Because they are not there to develop the great nation Nigeria. I have said time without number that Nigerians are only great in numbers, but they are not great in terms of technology, science. They are not great in terms of development. It's because of the bad leaders that we go out and we vote for. So Nigerians, it's your time for you to change the narrative and vote for obedience, for a better change. As for Ghana, the celebrities are not helping. It's only face the country and freedom fight. We'll continue because we love the nation and we want to see the nation prosper. So we will add our voices. In Nigeria, I've seen a lot of people. Who are celebrities who have added the voice for obedience. May God bless you. But even if obedience do not win, the message is out there that the Nigerians are sick and tired of these politicians who steal from the poor. And I know clearly that Peter Obi, obedient, will win. Because from all indication, there's going to be a runoff in this year's election in Nigeria. In conclusion and in ending my discussions with you today on Reverend KUSI-BOATENG, aka Gyamfi, I want my nation to understand something simple. That if our country is going to move forward, all of us, it is our responsibility and our duty to demand the best for our country. And I want to tell you, my people, my nation, that even those that brought us Christianity from the hills of Rome down through the valleys of United Kingdom, they have allowed their brains to work. So we that are followers of the Romans or the Anglicans, that we call them the Church of England, we should allow our brains to also work. Because you see, even those that gave us religion are developing their country. Even those that gave us Christianity have developed their towns and villages and cities. How much more we, that we are just followers? We have taken the Christianity upon ourselves as if we are the ones that bestowed upon ourselves the Christianity and spread it all over the world. I am saying something simple to you. That even if you will go to heaven tomorrow, you will drink water And remember, the prices of water is determined by the politician that you vote for to lead your nation. And so if you vote a crook politician, they will appoint crooks like Victor KUSI-BOATENG to steal from you what belongs to you. Ghana is a great nation. But look where we are today. We cannot even boast as a nation anymore. Look at our younger brothers from South Africa. Go to South Africa and see the magnificence of South Africa. Look at our brothers and sisters that come from Rwanda. The other day, our ministers were sent there to go and learn how to clean our environment. Is it not a shame? Is it not a disgrace that the great country that you and I was born from or came from, the Ghana that you and I belong, that was the beacon and hope of the black race, have today become a disgrace to the whole world? Our country is in shambles. Our country is now a default nation. We are always around begging for people to use their taxpayers' money to borrow us so that we can feed our economy. It's because we took for granted and we went to the polls and we voted for a thief, a criminal, who claimed to fame was to denigrate other previous government and for us to think that they were the messiahs and the angels of our time. Today we have seen clearly that even though they claim that they are angels and they are building a cathedral for God, today they have informed us that they are thieves stealing from God. Their story reminds me of a thief who went to the police station to visit his friend who was arrested by the police. And when he went there, instead of visiting his friend peacefully and go home peacefully, ended up stealing the police person who was on duty's mobile phone, and he was caught. That is the story of Ghana today. We went out there to vote for thieves. Let us admit it. Let us admit that the lives of Bawumia are worse than the Kufuado, who moved from churches to churches, trying to tell the Christians that, look at me, I'm a Muslim, and that give me also a chance to lead the nation. Oh, I don't have a problem with him being a Muslim. But I have not seen a Muslim who lies so much like Bawumia. I have not seen a Muslim who is so deceitful like Bawumia. And I can hit my chest and say that when he was given a chance in Zimbabwe, he collapsed the economy of Zimbabwe. No wonder he told John Ejekum Kufuor that they should remove some zeros from our cities. And that $1 is one cedi and that the value is the same. Little did we know that this was a trick for them to steal our thousands and millions of cities and siphon it into countries outside our great nation. I am coming to you as a humble servant who was once upon a time a member of the MPP political party, and I want to throw light onto my party, of whom I served since 1998. As a matter of fact, in 1992, when Dubois came to Obuasi, I was one of those small boys whom my grandparents went to receive a Dubois in Obuasi. So if I am adding 1992 to this year, 30 good years, MPP is a political party that I have known. But I am here to tell you today that this political party called MPP, you can agree or disagree with me. The leaders of today are the people who don't want to see the nation prosper. And their forefathers did it to Kwame Nkrumah in 1966. And even before we gained independence, they wrote a letter to the Queen saying that they don't want Ghana to become an independent state. No wonder today they are in power. And they are not giving out us anything that is best, but they are giving us their worst. They told us that John Dramani Mahama was an incompetent. I said it. I was part of them. Forgive me of my ignorance. I plead for forgiveness every day. And some of us bought plane tickets, queued and voted for the demon Akufo-Addo and his family to lead the nation. Here we are today. The nation's total public debt stands at 467.4 billion Ghana cedis. You and I owe a lot because we are going to use our sweat to pay for these monies that was collected from America, China, Germany, France, London, Australia, you name the countries. It's not for free. And so if others are building their country, they build their country on truth. But we build our country on deceit and lies. Because those that are leading us today that claim that they had the men were men of Kwekwanansi, whose rise to fame was just to denigrate, whose claim to fame was to tell us that they were going to change the fortunes of Ghana within 18 months. But what do we see today? They told you and I that we should give them a chance. We should test them. Oh, at this juncture, I remember so clear what my darling, sweet father, may his soul rest in peace, always tells me or told me when I was young. He said, my son, if you want to test a man, give him a job. And that is when you will know the man's character, whether he will be able to do the job that you have given unto him. Akufo-Addo told us to test him. Indeed, the Ghanaian tested him and gave him our country for him to lead. He has shown clearly that he is not a leader, but he is a damager who came to damage our country, who came to steal and to kill our country. I tell you, MPP pride themselves of 3 ideologies. And that ideology is the Dankwa ideology. That ideology is the Professor Buzia's ideology. And that of the so-called Dombo's ideology. As I conclude, in all these 3 ideologies, the only ideology that was a little better was the ideology of Professor Buzia. And that ideology, Akufo-Addo does not believe in Professor Buzia's ideology. And that ideology, Bawumia don't believe in that ideology. And so what am I saying? I am saying that even the Buzia's ideology that gave the opportunity for J.A. Kufuor to become president, we saw what Kufuor did. And so your guess is as good as mine. If we are to give the chance, another chance to Bawumia, we have seen the ideology of the J.B. Dankwa, whose today's people are in leadership. What do we see? We see creating, looting and sharing with their families and friends only. And I want to sound this word of caution to you as a Ghanaian, like I told you in 2020. Let me say this, and I'm not putting fear into you. I am only telling you that today we have men who are destroyers leading our nation, a wicked man, an evil man, a demon who claim that he's going to build God a cathedral. How can a demon build God a cathedral? How can a demon like a Akufo-Addo build God a cathedral? Tell me. That is impossible, to say the least. I wish and hope that this year was 2024. Since I am not the creator who created the heavens and the earth, we have no other choice but to wait till 2024, 7th of December. But in between that time, if you love our great country, Ghana, and you follow Dr. Ren, you follow freedom fighters, you follow Feast the Country, just do this for me. I plead to you, especially our brothers and sisters who lives in the diaspora. Your eyes have seen the goodness. Your ears listen to the good news on the radio. You get jobs, even your cleaning jobs that we do. I will not exclude myself because I'm a son of a poor man. We are able to build properties in our country with it. So to you in the diaspora and all over the world, I'm saying to you as a Ghanaian, that whenever you pick up your phone and you send money to our brothers and sisters back home, let them know that the decisions that they take has consequences. And not the decision that we took in 2016. The consequences of our nation is suffering today. And so we should not just be naive to make any decision anyhow or take decisions anyhow. That when we are taking decisions, we first of all have to examine whom we are going to decide to lead our nation. Let us not forget that some of them have now clothed themselves in sheep wool clothing. And they are claiming that they want to come and lead the MPP. And that if we give them the chance, they will perform better than Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo. I'm telling you that these people are still wolves. They are not sheep. They are still wolves. I'm talking about a man calling himself Nana Alan Kojo Tremantin. I'm talking about a man calling himself Kennedy Echapon, whom 4 years ago sat on his TV and said that if anybody gets the chance and meet Ahmed Swale, he should beat Ahmed Swale. Today, Ahmed Swale is no more with us. I'm not saying that the gentleman killed Ahmed Swale, but your guess is as good as mine. Keep it to yourself. These are the people who wants to come and lead the nation. Oh, my people, let us not be stupid and foolish like we were in 2016 and we voted for Akufo-Addo. Let us not be foolish and stupid when come 2024 to give the nation to crooks, wicked men who never believed in you and I. And so before I end, as a typical Ghanaian who loves to talk and talk wisdom and speak wisdom to you, let me leave you with this. And let me paraphrase from this great pastor from Germany. This was what he said to the people of Germans. It's so clear today that I have to paraphrase Mr. Nom's great sayings to you. And here I quote. He says, first they came for the socialist, and I did not speak out because, like you, like myself, we are not socialists. Then he elaborated and went further and said that then they came for the trade unionist, and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out because I was not a Jew. Then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak for me. If we don't speak, 2024, we will not have a democracy in our country. Thank you.